Good morning, my wonderful Vidyashriyans of grade 8. With this video lecture, let's start the new chapter of geography, that is chapter number 3, minerals and power resources. And by the end of the chapter, I hope you will all able to understand that why mineral and power resources important to us and why we need to conserve them. So let's start the chapter. So, beta, let's understand the meaning of minerals first. A naturally occurring substance that has a definite chemical composition is called mineral. And you know that minerals are not evenly distributed over the earth. जैसे जैसे अर्थ की फिजिकल कंडीशंस होती हैं वैसे वैसे ही मिनरल्स का डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन अर्थ पर होता है. Now let's understand how minerals are formed. Beta, minerals are formed in different types of geological environments under varying conditions. They are created by natural processes without any human interference. तो human interference के बिना natural process के अंदर minerals जो हैं बनते हैं. They can be identified on the basis of their physical properties such as color, density, hardness and chemical properties such as solubility, मतलब पानी में घुलने की उसकी क्षमता कितनी है. And did you know that salt in your food and granite in your pencil is also a mineral? So dear children, there are over 3,000 different minerals. Surprised? Beta, they have differentiated on the basis of their composition, and minerals are classified mainly as metallic and non-metallic minerals, as you can see in this picture. Now let's understand about the metallic minerals. Beta, metallic minerals contain metal in raw form. Metals are hard substances that conduct heat and electricity and have a characteristic of luster, that means चमक. तो जिस मिनरल्स में चमक होती है उसको हम मेटालिक मिनरल बोलते हैं. फॉर एग्जांपल आयरन और बक्साइड, मैग्नीज और आर दी एग्जाम्पल ऑफ मेटालिक मिनरल. अब ये समझते हैं कि मेटालिक मिनरल को भी दो कैटेगरीज में डिवाइड किया गया है, विच आर फेरस एंड नॉन फेरस. फेरस मिनरल्स वो होते हैं बेटा जिसमें आयरन या फिर फेरस कंटेन होता है, and a non-ferrous mineral does not contain iron but may contain some other metals such as gold, silver, copper or lead. Now let's understand what are non-metallic minerals. Which non-metallic minerals do not contain metals, and limestone, mica and gypsum are the example of such minerals. The minerals fuel like coal and petroleum are also comes under non-metallic minerals. So now let's understand the methods of extraction of these minerals. Beta, minerals can be extracted by mining, drilling or quarrying, as you can see in this diagram. Let's understand the meaning of mining first. The process of taking out minerals from rock buried under the earth surface is called mining. तो जो दफन हुए रॉक्स को निकालना, इतने टाइम से जो रॉक्स ज़मीन के अंदर हैं उसको निकालना इज़ कॉल्ड माइनिंग. माइनिंग भी बेटा दो तरह से होती है, एक ओपन कास्ट माइनिंग एंड शाफ्ट माइनिंग. लेट्स अंडरस्टैंड अबाउट द ओपन कास्ट माइनिंग फर्स्ट. Beta, it is a surface mining technique of extracting rock or minerals from the earth by their removal from an open air pit. Sometimes it is also known as borrow. And the deep bores, which is called shaft, have to be made to reach minerals deposit that lies at a great depth. This is called shaft mining. पेट्रोलियम एंड नेचुरल गैस ऑकर फार बिलो द अर्थ सर्फेस, बहुत नीचे होती है, एंड फॉर दैट डीप वेल्स आर बोर्ड टू टेक आउट देम. सो दिस इज कॉल्ड ड्रिलिंग. and minerals that lie near the surface are simply dug out by the process is known as quarrying. So these all are the methods of extraction of minerals. So the next topic is distribution of minerals. That means minerals कहाँ कहाँ पाए जाते हैं. बेटा minerals occur in different types of rocks and ores. As we know that there are three types of rock. The first is igneous, second is metamorphic, and third is sedimentary. And I hope you all know about them as you have already learnt in grade 7. So generally metallic minerals are found in igneous and metamorphic rock formations, and sedimentary rock formation of plains and young fold mountains contain non-metallic minerals like limestone. And mineral fuels such as coal and petroleum are also found in sedimentary rock of layers. बेटा अब तक हमने ये समझ लिया है कि मिनरल्स क्या होते हैं, किस तरह से वो निकाले जाते हैं और इसके साथ साथ कहाँ कहाँ हमें मिनरल्स मिलते हैं. सो दैट मीन्स हमें ये तो पता चला है कि मिनरल्स हमारे लिए बहुत ज़्यादा ज़रूरी होते हैं, तभी हम उनको एक्सट्रैक्ट करते हैं. नाउ लेट्स अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट आर द यूजेस ऑफ मिनरल्स. बेटा मिनरल्स आर यूज्ड इन मैनी इंडस्ट्रीज़. मिनरल्स विच आर यूज्ड इन जेम्स, मतलब हीरे जवाहरात बनाने के लिए जो यूज़ करते हैं, दे आर यूजुअली हार्ड. These are then set in various types of jewelry. Copper is another metal used in everything for coins to pipes. Silicon used in computer industry is obtained from quartz. Aluminium obtained from its ore. Bauxite is used in automobiles and aeroplanes. Bottling industries, buildings, and even in kitchen cookware. So minerals are used everywhere and it is very important for us. Beta, as we all understood that minerals are very useful to us. So now let's understand how can we conserve these minerals. Beta, first of all we need to understand that minerals are a non-renewable resources and it takes thousands years for the formation and concentration of minerals. तो इसको बनने में हज़ारों लाखों साल लग जाते हैं. The rate of formation is much smaller than the rate at which the human consume these minerals. So it is necessary to reduce wastage in the process of mining, and recycling of metals is another way in which the mineral resources can be conserved. Now let's move to the next important topic, that is power resources. Power or energy plays a vital or an important role in our life. We need power for industry, agriculture, transport, communication and defense. And power resources can be broadly categorized as conventional and non-conventional resources. So we will understand it one by one. So let's understand about the conventional resources first. So beta, conventional sources of energy are those which have been in common use for a long time. For example, firewood and fossil fuels are the two main conventional energy sources. So first of all we would understand about the firewood. It is widely used for cooking and heating. Okay, beta, in our country more than 50% of the energy used by villagers comes from firewood. Remains of plants and animals which are buried under the earth for millions of years got converted by the heat and pressure into fossil fuels. Fossil fuels such as coal, petroleum and natural gas are the main sources of conventional energy. But you know that the rate at which the growing world population is consuming them is far greater than the rate of their formation. So these are likely to be exhausted very soon. Now let's talk about the other conventional power resource, that is coal. Beta, this is the most abundantly found fossil fuel. It is used as a domestic fuel and in industries such as iron and steel steam engine and to generate electricity. And you know that electricity from coal is called thermal power. Coal is therefore referred as a bright sunshine because the coal which we are using today was formed millions of years ago. Now let's understand कि कहाँ कहाँ पर जो है कोल के जो प्रोड्यूसर है, लीडिंग प्रोड्यूसर है वर्ल्ड के, वो देखते हैं. द लीडिंग कोल प्रोड्यूसर्स ऑफ द वर्ल्ड आर चाइना, USA, Germany, Russia, South Africa and France. The coal producing area in India are Raniganj, Jhadia, Dhanbad, Bokaro in Jharkhand. Now let's learn about other conventional resource, that is petroleum. The petrol that keeps your car running as well as the oil that keeps your cycle from squeaking both began as a thick black liquid called petroleum, and it is found between the layers of the rock and is drilled from oil fields located in offshore and coastal area. This is then sent to refineries which process the crude oil and produce a variety of products. तो ये जो crude oil होता है इससे बहुत सारी variety निकलती है. For example, diesel, petrol, kerosene, wax, plastic and lubricants. पेट्रोलियम और उससे निकलने वाले जो पदार्थ होते हैं, इसी की वजह से हम पेट्रोल को क्या बोलते हैं, ब्लैक गोल्ड, बिकॉज इट इज़ वेरी वैल्यूएबल टू अस. The chief petroleum producing countries are Iran and Iraq, Saudi Arabia and Qatar. The other major producers are USA, Russia, Venezuela and Algeria. Now let's learn about the natural gas. Beta, natural gas is found with petroleum deposits and is released when crude oil is brought to the surface. It can be used as a domestic and industrial fuel. Russia, Norway, UK and Netherlands are the major producers of the natural gas. And in India, Jaisalmer, Krishna Godavari Delta, Tripura and some areas offshore in Mumbai have natural gas resources. You know, very few countries in the world have sufficient natural gas reserve of their own. Now let's learn about the hydel power. Beta, rainwater or river water stored in dams is made to fall from heights. ऊपर से डैम में पानी को इकट्ठा किया जाता है और ऊपर से बहुत तेज़ गति से उस पानी को नीचे गिराया जाता है. द फॉलिंग वाटर फ्लोज थ्रू पाइप्स इनसाइड द डैम ओवर टर्बाइन ब्लेड्स placed at the bottom of the dam. The moving blades then turn the generator and produce electricity. This is called hydroelectricity. Okay, the water discharged after the generation of electricity is used for irrigation, and you know that 1/4 of the world's electricity is produced by the hydel power. And the leading producers of hydel power in the world are Paraguay, Norway, Brazil and China. And some of the important hydel power stations in India are Bhakra Nangal, Gandhi Sagar and Damodar Valley projects. Beta, till now we have understood about the conventional resources. Now let's understand about the non-conventional resources of energy. बेटा, हमने ये देखा है कि जिस तरह से ह्यूमन पॉपुलेशन जो है वो कन्वेंशनल सोर्सेज यानी कि फॉसिल फ्यूल का यूज़ बहुत ज़्यादा कर रही है, इससे उसकी शॉर्टेज हो गई है. सो द इंक्रीजिंग यूज़ ऑफ फॉसिल फ्यूल्स इज़ लीडिंग टू इट्स शॉर्टेज. इट इज़ एस्टिमेटेड दैट if the present rate of consumption continues, the reserve of these fuels will be exhausted. बहुत जल्दी ख़त्म हो जाएंगे ये सारे resources. Moreover, their use also causes environmental pollution. Therefore, there is a need for using non-conventional resources such as solar energy, wind energy, tidal energy, which are renewable. So let's understand them one by one. So let's understand about the solar energy first. बेटा सूरज की रोशनी, sun's heat and light energy can be felt by us every day. Solar energy trapped from the sun can be used in solar cells to produce electricity, as you can see in this picture. Many of these cells are joined into solar panels to generate power for heating and lighting purpose. Solar energy is also used in solar heaters, solar cookers, solar dryers, beside being used for community lighting and traffic signals. Now let's learn about the wind energy. Beta, wind is an इनएग्जॉस्टेबल सोर्स ऑफ एनर्जी और सैकड़ों सालों से हम इस विंड एनर्जी का यूज़ करते आ रहे हैं. विंड मिल्स हैव बीन यूज्ड फॉर ग्राइंडिंग ग्रेन्स एंड लिफ्टिंग वाटर. In modern time, windmills, the high-speed wind rotate the windmills which is connected to generator to produce electricity. And these kind of wind farms are found in Netherlands, Germany, Denmark, UK, USA and Spain are noted for their wind energy production. Now let's learn about the another non-conventional resource, that is nuclear power. Beta, nuclear power is obtained from energy stored in nuclei of atoms of naturally occurring radioactive elements like uranium and thorium. These fuels undergo nuclear fission in nuclear reactors and emit power. The greatest producer of nuclear power are USA and Europe, and in India, Rajasthan and Jharkhand have a large deposit of uranium. Now let's understand what is geothermal energy. Heat energy obtained from the earth is called geothermal energy. The temperature in the interior of the earth rises as we go deeper. Sometimes this heat energy may surface itself in the form of hot spring. These heat energy can be used to generate power. Geothermal energy in the form of hot spring has been used for cooking, heating and bathing for several years. USA has the world's largest geothermal power plants, followed by the New Zealand and Iceland. Philippines and Central America. In India, geothermal plants are located in Manikaran in Himachal Pradesh and Puga Valley in Ladakh. Now let's learn about the tidal energy. Energy generated from tides is called tidal energy. And you know the first tidal energy station was built in France. And beta, during high tide, the energy of the tides is used to turn the turbine installed in the dam to produce electricity, as you see in this picture. Russia, France and the Gulf of Kutch in India have the huge tidal mill farms. Now let's learn about biogas. Organic waste such as dead plants and animal material, animal dung and kitchen waste can be conserved into a gaseous fuel called biogas. Interesting ना कि waste material से भी हम गैस को produce कर सकते हैं. Biogas is an excellent fuel for cooking and lighting and also produce huge amount of organic manure each year. Beta, I hope with this video lecture you have understood that energy is everywhere, but इस energy को use में लाने का जो process है that is very difficult and very costly as well. So each one of us can make a difference by not wasting energy. Energy saved is energy generated. So act now and make brighter energy future. So I hope you all have understood this chapter well. So see you in the next video. Bye bye.